Back in the saddle, baby. GS, back in the saddle. NFL Week 4 coming at ya. Time to put some profits in the bank. GS, baby, back at it. Putting profits in the bank. Time to wager those profits and maybe take that trip around the world that you've been wanting to take. Maybe time to start making plans for Thanksgiving, maybe plans for the holidays, Christmas and New Year's, to be honest, before you know it. Maybe you want to start putting those profits in the bank and start putting those presents downstairs and get the shopping all done already because you're way ahead of the game. Maybe you're going to be putting that new jet ski, maybe in the water next year, a new boat in the water, well, whatever. Actually, we're coming up on the winter time. Maybe you're going to be putting a new snowmobile on the road, a little snow action. Maybe you're going to, you're not going to be shoveling snow this winter time if there's any snow in your neighborhood, is there? Because you'll have a new plow outside the house. And the neighbors will be coming to you when it's snowing outside. But anyway, it's GS, I'm back at it. Week 4 NFL. Time to put some profits in the bank, so listen up and let's do it. But there's nobody else that I would want to do it without but the captain. You can't do it without the captain. Sometimes you just gotta step it up with the captain and put the profits in the bank. Alright. The captain smells rather good tonight. Alright, let's get to your pits here. Let's get them first. If you listen to GS Metro on GS Metro 1975, I know I don't have picks videos every week or this or that, but I'm always giving you a pick on Twitter. So you want to follow my picks, like maybe you want to follow last Thursday's pick and put the money on the 49ers and put the profit in the bank, then you're dead. If not, then you better listen up and start following GS on Twitter or whatever you want to do. Alright, my first game for you. Over in London. Who knows what the weather's going to be like over there. You know how it is. It's always rainy, this, that, foggy. You got the Steelers and the Vikings. Two teams probably headed nowhere this year. But one thing the Vikings have done is they finally put that clown Ponder on the bench. They're looking at Matt Castle, and even though some of you may say it's not a better option, I believe it is, because at least Castle can probably manage the ball and not turn it over as much. Not create the turnovers and not creating the turnovers. I think they got a chance to pull this one out. This is basically a toss-up here. You got Big Ben on the other side. Neely doesn't have the weapons he has in the past, especially on the offensive line, as well as obviously the people he's throwing the ball to. So at this point, I'm just going to take the 2.5 points and take the Vikings. Next one I got for you. Bengals, Browns. Browns, chaos. What a mess. You would have thought so, right? And then last week they go out and they beat the Vikings on the road. I'm not saying they're going to come home now and beat the Bengals, who have a much well-rounded team than obviously the Browns do. So I think the Browns, they got their win last week. Even though the Bengals are laying 5 on the road, I'm going to take them anyway and put the profit in the bank. Next one I got for you. Seahawks, Texans, probably one of the better games of the week, as the Seattle Seahawks come off of one of their, obviously a pretty impressive win, banging around the 49ers, beating them, throwing them all over the place, and basically demolishing them on national TV. I'm going to take Seattle on the road. I'm not going to take Seattle on the road. I'm taking Houston because they're an underdog at home and they're getting 3 points and people aren't giving them the respect. Seattle's a much better team on the road, but I'm not saying they're not going to get the victory here, but I think it can come down to a 0.2 game. So I'm going to take the Texans, and I'm going to, obviously they could even win the game, and I'll take the 3 points. Next game I got for you, the Bucks, Cards. Bucks, another team who's making a change of quarterback here. Defense has played well. Obviously, Freeman hasn't, and that's the reason for the change. I don't think you ever see Freeman back for the rest of the year. I think the Bucs are going to pull out a win here. Arizona doesn't play as well on the road. I know they're laying 3.5, but I think they got enough to do. I think the defense does enough, and the offense just doesn't turn the ball over enough where you're going to get the cover on this one. Next game I got for you. Bears-Lions, another beauty. Bears on the road, getting 3 points. I like the Lions at home, but not in this game. I think the Bears defense is enough to stop the Lions offense and Megatron, and I'm going to take 3 points too, because this could also be coming down to the wire. I'll take the Bears +3. Cowboys Chargers. What a game here. Tony Romeo going on the road, favored to play the Chargers. I don't know. So far I have seen this Romo hasn't been the one in the past. I know it's obviously, you know what, he usually doesn't show up right now until at least give him another month or two and they'll be throwing picks all over that place. But I don't think he does in this game right now. Obviously it's too early in the season. I think Tony Romeo goes out there and gets it done. And I think he beats the Chargers on the road and I'll lay the 1 point. Raiders, Redskins, prior in, prior out. It's probably a game time decision, but if prior is in, I'm going to take the 3 points at home and take the home under against the Redskins, and we'll see what the Skins can do, because they haven't shown me much either yet this year. Not like Oakland has, but this will be obviously a battle. I think this will come down to the wire. I like these 3 point spreads with these home unders. Anyway, Broncos, Eagles, Broncos have shown you nothing but domination so far. Eagles have shown you nothing but basically that their defense is a joke. Look for Peyton Manning put up another 50 points easily on Michael Vick and company, and cover the 10.5 spread and get it done. All right. My Monday night game I'll give you. Then I'll go to my locks this week. I got the Saints at home playing the Dolphins. I like the way the Dolphins are playing, although I hate them with a passion. I'm going to take the Dolphins on the road getting 6 and look for the backdoor cover. Jets, Titans, you know who I'm taking in this one, baby. That Jats, and I'll take my 4.5 points and put my profit in the bank. That'll be your locks and shots. First 2 locks I got for you is the Baltimore Ravens on the road playing the Buffalo Bills, laying the 3.5. I like the way the Ravens looked last week. They rebounded big time from that scare when they almost lost to Cleveland. They obviously came out last week and blew out their opposition. I'm looking at the Ravens to cover this one easy and put the profit in the bank. So lock that one up. Next one I got for you is the Colts on the road. I know playing the useless Jaguars. Jaguars, the biggest embarrassment in the league. Listen, I'll lay the freaking 9 points. I really don't give a damn at this point, because the Jaguars have shown me nothing except they know how to get blown out and help you put the profit in the bank. That's to my first 2 locks. Lock it up. That's some good Captain Morgans. Next 2 locks I got for you. Chiefs, Giants, another embarrassment. Eli showed me nothing. And you know what? Eli can throw some nice passes to Victor Cruz, but you know what? He can't throw those passes when the offensive line is looking like Swiss cheese. Now, can he? I don't think so. So I'm going to take the Chiefs here, and I'll leave the 3.5 to the Giants. Lock it up. And last but not least, my final lock of the week. Mr. Tom Brady and company going on the road to play the Atlanta Falcons. Basically, the Atlanta Falcons with their season on the line. They play at home well. Sproles, Jones, I think they all got enough to get it done against that sad freaking... listen, the Patriots haven't shown me nothing. The Jets should have beat them a couple weeks ago. They've been getting lucky and squeaking by. This is the time when that freaking 3-game winning streak finally comes to an end. Anyway, go cheers, beers, locks, and shots. Have a profitable weekend, and I'll see you next week.